everyone. My name is Sophia Steigerwald. You can also call me Miss S. Students usually do. And welcome to American Literature. This is my first year at Marietta, and I am super excited to be here. And your kids, it's been amazing to be able to teach them. If you need to contact me for any reason, I have my email listed right here. Hopefully you should have received a couple of emails from me already, just letting you know exactly what's going on. I try and email everyone at least once a week, so that way everyone stays up to date with what's going on in the class. All right, you'll see right here I've got my schedule. In addition to teaching American Lit and Comp this year, I'm also teaching acting and fundamentals of theater. So my drama classes mainly stay on my A days, but my B days are really focused on American literature and composition. So you'll see our first block is from 9 to 9:55, our second block is from 10 to 10:55, and our third block is from 11 to 11:55. I'm also available for tutoring anytime in the morning from 7:30 to 8:30, and then in the afternoon from 2 to 4:30. If you look on my Schoology page, you will notice that I do have a Sign Up Genius. It brings some up-to-date tutoring times for the kids, so that way they kind of know exactly what's going on with my schedule. In addition to teaching, I'm also coaching the one-act play competition, so sometimes tutoring times can change depending on what's going on that week. All right, so really let's focus on what the kids are going to be learning in American literature. So what they're going to focus on is improving on reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and critical thinking skills through American literature. So we're going to talk about what's exactly going on in America's history that directly is going to influence the literature. We're also going to discuss a variety of literary genres and multicultural writers. We're going to focus on expository, personal narrative, descriptive, and persuasive writing, as well as some research skills. So we're going to do a little bit of everything in our American literature class this semester. All right, we're also going to be worried about grades, of course. So if you look to the right for the syllabus highlights, I do have a breakdown of the grades. So we're really going to focus on two categories this year. We've got our summative assessments, so that's where we get into tests, essays. Those, of course, are going to be worth about 60% of the overall grade in the class. Formative assessments, daily work, quizzes, journals, those are all going to be worth about 40%. Now, this is going to change in the spring, so just be aware of that. If you've been looking on Aspen, you might have noticed I am using some grading codes, and these are going to be grading codes that we're going to use throughout the course. E means exempt, M means missing, which will calculate as a 0. Now that being said, missing assignments can always be turned in. I will take them whenever I can get them. So if a student is missing any work, just make sure to look at Aspen. Penned, meaning missing but no grade penalty going on right now, and then GIP, grade in progress. So the work is submitted and it's currently being graded. So I'm going to try and keep you up to date as much as possible on Aspen. As far as our class page goes, if you look on the Schoology page, you're going to notice that we have our class Zoom link. It's always going to be right there for your student. I also have Zoom links for tutoring. Okay, so of course we've got our morning tutoring, our afternoon tutoring, and then Friday's tutoring. Okay, this link right here is for the Sign Up Genius, where students can reserve times for tutoring. If a student has a reserved time, that means I can know in advance exactly what it is that they're probably going to be asking about, and I can make sure I am definitely 100% prepared for any questions that they might have. And then we look at our Welcome to American Literature folder. And in this folder, you're going to find the course information, orientation, and Zoom information. This is also where the syllabus is stored for the class, and it will be available all year. We have our resources folder. The resources folder has some really helpful links to some really great websites or presentations that I believe the students could use not just in my class but in other classes. So recently I did put a PowerPoint on there to help with MLA format. And of course, other classes are going to use MLA format, so hopefully it can be helpful to them, not just in English, but in their other classes. We also have our units. So each unit is going to contain our lesson plans. So right now, we have just actually finished up Unit 1 with Native Americans, and we are starting to work on Unit 2 going into colonialism and the Puritans. I also have this little call board down here. If there's anything going on campus or virtually on campus, and I get a poster or a flyer for it, I will put it in this folder just in case the students want to keep up with what's going on around the school. Once you go into our unit folders, you're going to see a bunch of different lessons, and you will also see the date next to them. So that way, if a student misses a lesson, they can just go to the date and they are able to see exactly what was going on. So again, the lessons are organized by date. I always start each lesson folder with our agenda to let everyone know exactly what it is that we are going to do or did in fact do that day. So we've started off with a Mentimeter. We had a reflection over unit, so that was a discussion. And then we started to talk about this myth assignment that is coming up for the students. I also make sure to list the homework. This is also where assignments are going to be stored. So everything that the students need to access for class that day will be found in Schoology. All right, so I'm looking forward to having a great year with you and your students. And again, please feel free to reach out and to contact me if you have any questions or concerns about the course. All right, so here is this lovely QR code. You've probably seen it already once or twice, but this is, of course, for our open house. So if you want to take a minute to take a picture of the QR code, you can fill out that Google form so that way I know that you came and viewed our lovely video. Again, if you guys ever have any questions, please feel free to email me, and have a great night. I'm looking forward to a great year with you and your student.